Hi, everyone. It's Shirley Farrar, and this is Encouragement on Fire. Thank you for coming into the space. We are talking about active listening this week and the listening posture part two. Welcome back to Listening That Transforms. I'm so glad you're here. And if you listened to our last episode, we laid the foundation of active listening, understanding that real listening is intentional presence and not just hearing words. So today, we're taking it a step further and we're talking about the listening posture. What is that? Because here's the truth, your body is speaking loudly. Mhm. The way you sit, you look, and respond physically to those that are around you, those that matter. It tells people whether you're really listening to them. So I'm going to give you a few things to take away, and I hope that it helps you in active listening this week. So, number one, why posture matters. Well, imagine talking to someone who's scrolling through their phone and looking past you or crossing their arms tightly. Do you feel valued? Probably not. So now picture someone, like myself, leaning forward slightly, making gentle eye contact, nodding, just so. Hmm. You'd feel like your words mattered, right? Well, that's the power of listening posture. It communicates respect and attention without a single word. How many of you have tried that? Or someone did that for you and you felt something miraculous inside? So, number two, nonverbal signals of listening. Hmm. Here are a few keys to a good listening posture. First of all, eye contact. Mm. Not a hard stare. We don't want to do that. No. Mm-mm. Just regular eye contact. Soft focus. It'll show that I'm with you. And then just slightly leaning in, a slight forward lean communicates interest. Mhm. Leaning back too much can feel like disinterest, even turning away the head. So then we want to make sure that we have open body language, uncrossed arms, relaxed hands, shoulders just so, facing the person. Signals that you're open to receive. If your feet are in another direction than the person or your body is, you really don't want to be present. And then what about facial expressions? A smile, a raised brow, or a look of concern? All of them will show that you're tuned in to what they're saying. You know, our bodies can either invite someone to share more or it can shut them down and turn them away. What is exactly happening in your relationships this week? These are the ways, these are tools to adjust, just do a few tweaks. So, what about number three? Removing distractions. How do we go about doing that? Well, our posture isn't only the only thing that we're doing, it's also about the space you create with your body. If you're glancing at your phone, checking the clock, how many of us do that? Or half listening while multitasking, I do that myself. Well, people pick up on it instantly. You know, in the Bible, the Samaritan woman at the well in John 4, she didn't just receive Jesus' words, she received his full presence. Imagine if Jesus had been distracted. Oh my goodness. Rushing or looking away. Instead, his focus he made directly at her with an open heart. And she felt him. How many of us in our relationships you feel respected? You feel that someone's paying attention to you. Part 4, reflective responses. Another part of listening posture is your small responses. And when I say small, I really mean big responses. Things such as, I see. Tell me more. That must have been hard. But they must be specific to the conversation that you are having so the person is feeling that you really do care. These don't interrupt them from talking. They encourage the person. They're verbal nods that show you're engaged. Think of Romans 12:15. Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. To do that, you have to be emotionally present. How many people have you prayed with and they felt your presence? They felt your concern. They heard it in your tone. They felt it in your eyes and how you leaned in. And then part 5, practical example. Let's say your child or your grandchild comes home and from school upset. Well, when they come in the door, if you stay on the phone, if you stay on the laptop, if you do not give them undivided attention and say, what's wrong? They're not going to feel the love. So if we pause, turn our body towards them, and possibly at their level of standing or sitting, and give them eye contact, you've already spoken love before you've even said a word. So part 6 is actually a practice exercise for this week. Last week, I asked you to provide 2 minutes of allowing someone else to talk without interrupting. This week, here's your exercise. In your next conversation, I want you to pay attention to your body. So keep giving the person time to talk. But are your arms crossed? Are your eyes wandering? Are you leaning away? Adjust your face that the person can see that you are paying attention. Open your posture and give soft eye contact. Then notice how the person responds. Do they relax? Do they open up? That's the silent power of the listening posture. So this week you have your homework. I hope that all of these different things can help you in building your relationships with others. So friends, listening isn't just about ears. It's about our whole presence, our bodies too. When we give people the gift of your posture, you're saying you matter. And that's exactly how Christ treats us. He's always a very present help in the time of trouble. Thanks for joining me today on Active Listening topic, and today, listening that transforms. In our next episode, we'll be talking about listening beyond words, tuning into emotions and meaning, not just information. Until then, remember, how you sit, how you look, how you show up, it all communicates love. So I'm Shirley Farrar, and this has been Encouragement on Fire. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.